Hello, happy people, happy beaters. Hello. How are you doing to this fine Friday? Welcome to Spill the Beads with Joyce Trowbridge for Soft Legs Company. Every Friday at 9:30 Pacific Time, 12:30 Eastern Time. I am here to spill beads, to do lots of different things every Friday. I bring, for those that don't know me, I've been beading for decades now, but I would say the obsession has been the last 25 years or so, maybe even a little longer if I do the math. You who uses their children as their math? Like if I figure out, oh, how old was I? Then I kind of figure out how long I do things. So I've been doing all sorts of things from wiring to seed bead work to stringing to all, you name it, I've done it practically. There's a very few things that I haven't done yet that I want to do, and I love sharing. So here at Softflex, I get to do that on Friday mornings. I get to spill some beads because that's what I normally do. I try to keep a good, nice little mat, but beads fall all over, as we know, right? So I like to turn those spilled beads into something amazing to wear or to gift or to decorate with. I'm in the middle of beading some stuff while I'm talking, so don't mind me as I look down. Uh, and today we are going to finish or working on the necklace I started last week. Last week I showed you how I hammered my metal butterfly, which I love. I kind of want to get another butterfly because I want to do maybe a bracelet on my next one. But I think that one I'm going to hammer a little bit more. So when I get that one done, I will take pictures to show you how it looks with more hammering than less hammering. Part of it is that, I'm hammering on camera and I don't want to be like totally loud on camera, but I also like this sometimes keeping the texture down and not have it as much. Yes, we got Thomas helping me today. Welcome, Thomas. Look at there's Melissa and Maria and Sherry and Sandra. Hi, Sandra. And Jenny and Sylvie and Anne and let's see, Terry and Stephanie, Dana, all my favorite people. Two Marias. I love it. I love all the. Thank you for joining me today. It brightens my Fridays. This is just, been it just starts, it ends my day on a good note and it starts my weekend even better. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Look at, thank you. We are going to do a giveaway. So comment hashtag flower, enter, and you will, and at the end of this video, we will do a generated name generation thing and pick a winner. You have to be present to win. We are going to give some of these millefleur beads away, a strand of this away, and I'm going to be using this in my necklace today. So don't forget to do that. Meanwhile, who's excited about TGBE starting up this weekend? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what our fabulous, wonderful Kristen and Sarah does with their kid. Have you gotten your Tree of Life kit? This thing is jam-packed with the most amazing stuff. I cannot wait for you to see it this weekend and see what they make. And then everybody else. Oh, we have such wonderful, beautiful presenters for that with all sorts of things. I'm going to see if I can find the info. I learned how to do this last week, and we are going to Do it right now. Look at this. Look at this. So Saturday, which is April 20th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Hey, wait a second. 1 p.m. Pacific. Wouldn't that be 4 p.m. Eastern? Anyway, we might have to fix that. 1 p.m. Pacific time is correct. I do know that. And they are going to be presenting and showing what is in that kit along with a whole bunch of other little fun things. Right now, because we have a $15 off, $59 purchases or more, $25 off of your $99 purchase or more. Plus free shipping with orders of $65 in the US. I think that's a great deal. And then that's our lineup. Let's see what's in here. Yep, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. That 3 p.m. is actually Central. That is where that was. Okay, let's go back to how to hide. I'm back. Yay. Okay, let's get back, turn this around and get some beading done, right? I know the previews tonight, Kathy, you're right. I cannot wait. It's going to be, there's always so many beautiful, wonderful things, new ideas. It's a blast. It's a blast. And if you can't watch it the whole thing, the great thing is it's all going to be recorded and you can rewatch it afterwards at any time. I have watched some of the old ones in the past because I wasn't ready for that combination of whatever. I was like, okay, that's not what I'm doing right now. I don't know, that's just not on the project list for the moment. And then you just kind of go back to those and rewatch them and you go, oh yeah, that was a great tip from so and so, and that was I love that color combination from so and so. It's very inspiring. I love that you can watch it. Oh, it fell on a non-soccer weekend. Congratulations, because that is hard when you have littles that you have to get to games over the weekend, and then there's this like beautiful big thing for us, and like, what do you do, right? Where do you watch it, Jenny? You can watch it on there is a Great Bead Extravaganza. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Thomas. There is a group that you can watch it. Makes it a lot easier, but you can also find it streaming on I don't know, what is that? YouTube and Facebook on our Softflex too. There's but those are the best. I find that it's sometimes easier to do it through the Facebook group while it's live for myself, but everybody's different. It's whatever your system is. So you're going to kind of have to play around with that. But absolutely, Dana. There's so much inspiration, but not enough time for each of the presenters. I mean, there's enough time, but there isn't enough time. Like you want more, but like sometimes you got to step back because it's like on and on. And there's a lot of great, and we got to give ourselves a step back, take a breath, and take in what we learn and what we're inspired. Stephanie, you have a game, huh? Yeah. And that's right. Thomas gave us a great reminder. We have a fantastic live sale. Did you catch it yesterday? We have some beautiful things in there. And like some of it, every time we showed something, I was like, oh my gosh, this would make really cool flowers. You have me totally on this wire flower thing, and I just keep looking at beads thinking, oh my gosh, these would make perfect flowers. So go catch that. The live sale is going to be up until Sunday, so the 21st, and you should shop the replay all weekend long. Remember that once you put something in your cart, you'll have 3 hours to purchase it so that you can claim it. Yes. You know that that is the reason why it's great that these videos are available to watch um the replay, because sometimes it is hard to catch it during the live. It is so fun to catch it in live, that's what we really enjoy. That's what we really love. But we're going to see if we can get a little bit better. Is that a little bit better with the light? Maybe. Can it stay in place? We're going to try it one more time. I was having problems earlier and it was like falling, but I think that works pretty good. I'm going to use these big chunky recycled beads to be spacers in between my flowers. I have am missing my flowers, so we're going to only do a partial today. We're going to do a little recap on the flowers because I got to make a little flowers, but I'm going to also make some links with these. I'm using the turquoise rolla beads also in this, and the black centered agua millefleury. And this is what, if you are our giveaway, the hashtag flower enters to win one of these strands. Be present at the end. That is key. I am going to take, don't forget, our lovely butterfly. I have a hole right here already, so I'm going to pop a hole at the bottom because I think I want to dangle something from it, or I may want to make this a link. I haven't decided fully if I wanted to make this a center or if I want this to be kind of up on the side of my necklace, which is where I'm kind of aiming. I'm going to use the antique brass medium soft flex today to do my links with some 2x2 gold filled crimps. I have my magical crimper right here ready to go with that, or I may use my regular crimpers, which is sitting here too. I'm gonna play by ear when I make those links. I also have with me the trio that I've been using for the flowers, which I may use this green in, I don't know, but for the most part, my flowers are using the yellow saffron transparent gold and the fancy line copper delicas that are in this trio set of delicas, which I think is a beautiful set. It is I think our vintage Christmases, I think was what it was called, or vintage something like that, because it was done in the winter and it does look like that, but I also think it looks like a garden. So that's why I used it. Oh my goodness, Terry, that is such a great idea. We can totally add some seed beads to the edges. Do we want to do that? Thank you, Kathy. I textured it. I showed how I textured it last week, and also how using a nail buffer highlights those edges so that you can see that better and it's brighter and shinier. You can always put a sealant on it to keep it shiny longer, but I just buff it every once in a while. Um, No, Jenny, no, if you purchased one, you're allowed to open it up. You just are not allowed to share with people what is in it. Because we do the reveal. We ask, allowed is a harsh word. We ask you not to share it so you don't give away the fun, excitement. And so yes, some people do like to open it up and start working with it. So then once we have the reveal of our kit, we can share ideas, because once it's revealed, we love seeing on our VIB group what people make with it. And so yeah, but then other people really like to wait and open it up during that, because it is, inspiring. And other people like to open it up to see what's inside and then wait for the presentation to see what ideas are coming. So there really isn't a right or wrong. You could do it however that works, as long as you please don't share with if you do like opening videos or something yourself, reveal videos, if you tape that, make sure you don't make it published until after we do our reveal, which we're going to do our reveal on Saturday, tomorrow, the 20th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. I understand it. I know, but and that's the beauty of the world, right? We're all different. We all have our wonderful, beautiful perks of things. All right. So what is our vote? I did the hole there so that I can link from either the top and the bottom. Should I put holes like that was and add seed beads to the edges of the butterfly? I'm thinking if I did that, I would actually do it with the wire and wire them on. You can also sew them on with the Miyuki thread that we have. And that works really well, but I think I would do it with the wire. What do you think? Should I make more holes and add seed beads to that? Oh, yes, yes, Jenny. It is so real. It is great to get inspired. I like to wait to sometimes a kit will make me excited and I will start creating from it. But a lot of times I like to see what other people do to get my juices going and see. And then you always find like a new little another tips and tricks, especially when you're new. All right, we're poking some holes. I think the consensus is that I got to poke some holes. Now, if I was smart, I would go along and take a fine tip marker and mark the spots that I want my holes, because then I will keep them even. But what I'm going to do is if I punch one on this side, I'm going to punch it on this side, so that I'm mostly being even. Welcome, Robin. Great to have you join me. It's never too late. Do one here. I don't want to put too many holes in it, but just enough. Oh, that one came really close to the edge, but I did it. It's okay. Let's see. Oh, and I'm so glad that you ordered them all. They are great kits. I think we've really, our kits have gotten so exciting. I think the potential of what we put together. Sarah and Kristen has a great eye, and I love seeing that, what they choose. And I'm just going back and forth from one side of the butterfly and repeating it on the other so that it's more likely that I will get them mostly even. You know, I'm not going to go for perfection. Who wants to be perfect? I mean, we all strive for that because that's what, you know, is the thing. And then I take years and years of trying to undo that, all that, trying to strive for perfection in my youth. Now I'm like trying to release it. So this is what I'm doing. I think one part of the designer kits that I like is the whole, like, it's like a surprise gift in a way, you know? All right. I have 3 holes up at the top of it, then 2 at the bottom. I think that's enough. Can you see? I don't know if you can. Let's see if we can get there's the holes. You see the holes? So now I have that on both sides. Let's get a piece of my 28 gauge rose gold silver plated craft wire. And this is going to give me, did I forget to take, I forgot to take out my wire cutters. Let's get that. This is going to give me a nice, it's going to match my flowers because I was using this on my flowers, but it's also going to give me a nice way to add the sea beads to here. And I'm going to just start by poking one hole in here, one end through the top hole. I think I'm going to work my way down. Sometimes I like to work my way up on pendants, and sometimes I like to work my way down. You just never know with me. And I'm just wrapping around this hole a couple times. So that I got a nice little neat. I'm going to cut this off later. Right now I'm going to use that as something like a holder. Now I'm going to go and add some sea beads, and I'm going to go with the, let's see, it's that fancy lined copper one. Should I add some of that green to this butterfly? Let's see. Let's see what 3 looks like. The packaging, sometimes we go all out on that packaging because I get excited about it. I found some really pretty vine like twine to wrap it up. Okay, I'm adding 6. Where am I in the camera? I'm adding 6 sea beads there. And then I'm going to loop from the back of the pendant through the hole that is next. Yes, I think that green would look really pretty with it. So that's why I think I'm going to add it in. And I might add it into the links of there. Ooh, the one thing okay, let's start that one over again. Don't worry if this happens to you. 28, I'm used to using something a little thicker, like 26 or 24 sometimes, and I pull a little tight on it. So you got to watch yourself and not pull it as tight. So let's start that again. We all do it. Sometimes you're going to have a little less, not as exciting packaging. I know we can't do it on all of them, but when I find something a little extra special, especially for a special kit like the TGBE kits. So I'm going to stick my neck out and say, we need this. We need this. But I am so glad that you like my input on that. Okay, let's go back to the 6 seed beads. This might be like a never-ending project. Is that what it's feeling like to you? I feel like I keep wanting to add more things to this. I was going to try to keep this so much simpler, but now I'm like, oh, I love this idea. So we didn't plan on putting seed beads on this butterfly, but I'm loving that. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to loop around through that hole one more time to lock it into place. Yes, and the raindrop ribbon was great. So anytime I find something a little special like that, I'm going to try to put my neck out and do that because I think it's really fun, especially when I see people. I mean, I was inspired to add the raindrop ribbon into my earrings. I think I saw some really pretty stuff with it. I'm going to add 6 more. No, I'm going to add 3. I'm going to just add 3. And what I'm going to do with that 3 is go through the same hole again and just have like a little picot. And I'm coming from behind the piece and always wrapping behind the piece. It's like I'm sewing the beads on with the wire. And I have this little extra tiny picot of seed beads there. And let's add a little green. Loom. That'd be so fun with loom. Yes, for sure. So I'm adding on to mine the Fancy Line green turquoise, which is part of the reason why I think this green works is because I want to put turquoise in, and it does have like a little bit of a turquoise tone to it. So I'm going to add 3 and then a red, yellow, or gold or whatever. And then red and 3 more green. I'm going to add a lot more. This is going to have 9 beads. Oh, that might be a better spot. I'm going to save that combo for the next slot. I'm just going to go back to the red again on this slot. Go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're using these pretty little delicas just to add some color to this butterfly. Okay, if you get a little kink before you pull any further, just open it up again, run your fingers across it. And what I do is to keep it from doing it again, I stick my finger inside there and it keeps it until it gets like all the way around my finger. Then I can pull it and I don't have to worry about it being too tight. Now I'm going to wrap around this hole by once without anything, just to kind of lock that bigger loop in place. And so far I have just those little green ones there. I mean green ones, red ones there. Now I'm going to add the green because there's a bigger space between this hole and this hole. And I think that longer amount that I had is going to look better there. And it'll look kind of centered. So 3 green. A red, a gold. Well, that's they call it copper, but we're going to just call it. Oh, I'm not in the screen. The red, and then 3 more green. Don't be intimidated by these small beads. You do not need to be able to really see them to get them on the wire because the wire is stiff enough that you can just kind of poke at it and eventually kind of scoops onto it. So if you're intimidated because it's a small size and it is hard to see, I understand, but there is a way. You just breathe and let it happen. So before I pull any further, I'm going to open up my loop so that I don't get that kink. I'm going to put my fingers in and just be aware. Sometimes that happens and you just got to undo that kink and then pull it through. Keep my finger in there to keep it in place. And then once I'm there, now I can, yeah, that little bit of green is so lovely. I like that. I like that. You know, I 28, 26, and 24, those are the common craft wires that I do to do this kind of stuff where I'm adding beads by weaving some on edges through holes through whatever. I love adding seed beads or tiny gemstones in this manner because it just adds detail and color to things that otherwise might not have it, like this brass. I love the brass, but adding some of the color is just lovely. So I just anchored it in by going through this one by itself again, and then I'm going to make myself a little small one with just the red. I'm going to add 3 of them, and I'm going to go through the same hole again. And then I'm going to do 6 of the seed beads. Go through. Oh, I'm going to do more on this one because there's a bigger gap there too, unless I poke another hole. No, yeah, I'm going to add some green down here. So I'm going to do 5 red. And green, yellow, green, and then 5 red. That's what I'm going to do across. I'm going to like that. Oh, that's a great question. Who's beading with me and what are you beading? Or are you doing something else? Are you sneaking the video in between work or chores? Is that going to be too... Oh man, now I've done it too long. I did kind of feel like I risked being it too long. Do I want to adjust that? Yes, I do. Okay, going back to the 3-1-1-3. 3 red, 1 green, 1 yellow. Maybe. It's being picky now. Breathe and poke the seed bead. Breathe and poke the seed bead. It will go on. Careful, they will also fall off. Gathering your supplies to do a live today, Melissa. I cannot wait to see what you make. Working and watching. Hi, Rosalinda. Good to see you on. Yep. You know, I think sometimes these kind of blanks get very intimidating because, like, what do you do if you? So I just look at them just like that, a blank canvas. Don't just look at it as a metal butterfly. Look at it as a blank canvas. Making some cards. Oh, I love it. I love that we do other creativity. Do you find that if you are do other crafting, like if you do paper crafts or fiber crafts, that you want to add beads to them? I do. I'm always looking. Oh, Sandra, that sounds so much fun. The kids are going to love Candyland themed. All right, wrapped it a couple more times there, and now I am going to cut off this wire on both sides. And then I'm going to do this second side off camera because you don't need to see me do that again. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to match it up so that they match on both sides. But look at how cool that is. And just adds a little something, right? And there's lots of other ways to do it. You can totally add more holes. You can go just directly across. I really wanted it frilly. I wanted a frilly butterfly edge. So I wrapped them this way. Oh, paper crafting into your jewelry is a great thing. Brio wraps is it can be tricky. It is good to practice, and there's lots of different ways to do it. So that is a great thing to do. And it's nice to have something else that's going on so that you can. I find whenever I'm learning a new thing, I like to have something else in the background to remind me that there's, a nice, fun, soft knit. I don't have to be hard on myself for having maybe a little hard, a little problem with it. Okay, so do we make this butterfly a center where I dangle stuff from the hole here? Because that would be a very normal thing to do and a very fun thing to do. And I like that idea. Or do we make little butterfly flit to the side? Maybe have another kind of center, but have it flit to the side for a link. Yes, sure. I could totally put some beads down that center, which I may add. I might add that. The little side is kind of fun, huh? Dangles and sparkles are always a perk in beading. I love it too. Down the center. What if I get so crazy that when I go back to the office, or I order this weekend with my other orders, another one, because I want to do one for a bracelet, right? Wouldn't that be so great as a bracelet? Maybe I'll do it this way as a bracelet. Since I want to order another one, do I get a second one and I make one that flits this way and then one as a center? So today I will work on the centerpiece. I'm thinking that might be a I know, flip to the side, it looks like it's flying, right? That's kind of why I thought it would be kind of really fun to go that way. But I'm kind of thinking that I need to do both. I think it'd be really cool to have like this as a center and then a little further up have a second one flitting away, its little friend. Like they're going to go out. And then we're going to add the flowers, right? So then, which I got to find this flower. I have one flower to add today, or partial flower. So I'm going to try to get this flower finished while we're talking. Or actually, I'm going to just add this flower as is. It's not a full flower, but at least it's a cute little, you get the idea, flower. No, I don't know. Okay. Oh, if only these came in two other sizes. I love that idea. So true. Okay. So I'm thinking that I want one of these on either side when I do this. Do I make a tassel? Do that up here. I think I want to make these bigger, a little chunkier there. Oh no, I'm going to do the chunky that for the other one. That would be good. Okay. We got to make these kind of. I really like these crazy recycle. Come on, focus, camera, focus. Look at how cool, like it's semi-frosted and semi-not, and they're made out of recycled glass in this great peach color. They're funky and like kind of faceted, but not faceted. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, definitely need these little guys to have friends. Yeah, and they have a pinker one too, which is really gorgeous. It's like a pink purple. I'm gonna add a little one of these in my links, which I think I want to put. Oh, I'm liking the way this goes. And then I'll do a section up here of 3 on this side so that it evens out when I go to do the one over here. I know. I am excited for TGBE. It is going to be great, Lorena. I am ready. And we're all getting pumped up for it, aren't we? Yes, the pink ones are gorgeous. I just thought with the antique brass. See here, I'll show you what the pink looks like. Like a pink purple. It's more pink than purple though, and I think my screen makes it look really purple, so I don't know, or lavender or whatever you want to lilac or something. But you know, in comparison, yeah. And when you go find them up on our thing, the I think the colors that we got in the picture on our website is pretty spot on, true to color. So get a good idea. So what do you think? So, and then we're going to have our little flowers. So let's add that color in the mix. So I'm going to put a flower up here. And then a flower, probably, I might add a flower maybe on the other side, like there. So we'll have one here and then one there on each side. So that's 3. Do I want to add a flower? No, I don't want to add a flower down there, but I think I want to do some leaves so I can get that green in there too. All right, let's get these links going. So I'm going to do a combination of things. I'm going to make some links out of soft flex and crimps, and then I'm going to make some links out of wire. Because I'm a multimedia girl. I like to have a little bit of everything. Sometimes I like, I keep it more one style, but I find that it soothes my soul to do multiple styles. So when I do these and I want my links to be the same size, I find something to wrap this around, and normally that is a toothpick. And do I still have a toothpick sitting here? Normally I have one here. Where is it? Oh, I have one, but it kind of, okay. I'm going to break off the side that has glue on it because you don't need glue. I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to stick my tooth, because I'm making these links not connecting it to anything. So it's really easy to accidentally pull these too tight. And I'm doing it around the toothpick so that I can keep these even on each link. I'm just going to use my magical crimper, squeeze down. We got some coming back in stock very soon. So if you've been waiting, you will get notification soon about those being available. And just wrap around. They're going to be showing this in the TGBE for sure. And there's great tips if you're having problems. Just kind of keep going at it. But sometimes they don't like to look good at first. And then we think that we did something wrong. But really, it's just, just take some practice. Hi, Wendy. So glad that you're able to catch it live today. Hi, Zach. Good to see you on here. Yes, it's always fun to get our friends involved, but sometimes, it's fun to make new friends online with all of this, right? I like that. Yes, it is like a Super Bowl party. Watching all of the TGBE stuff going on. It's our version of that, right? Craft version. Grab another crimp. So this link is going to be one Rolla and one recycled and one Rolla. Oh my goodness, look at the time. We're going to have to be cutting this very soon, but we got a great I had fun designing with you and changing my mind on what we were doing. I love how this is coming across, what's happening with this and what it's turning into. I think better than my original plan. So thank you for letting me deviate and be inspired by your help. That is one of my favorite things of beading with other people. And, you know, the more the merrier. That's why going live on these things is great. And getting together and seeing what people do and, talk about what kind of projects they like to do, what kind of techniques they're interested in the comments and during the live, all of it together. We have such a beautiful community of beaders here. And that's going to be my link. So I'm going to make a bunch of these to attach things together. And this is what I'm going to be working on this weekend while I'm watching the TGBE, other than when I get my Tree of Life kit out. I'll be working on that too this weekend. Look at that. Make sure you get flower, #flower to enter to win. We are going to be giving a strand of these millefleur beads away today. So if you are here present during the drawing, which we're going to do in like 3 minutes, so get #flower in there. Yes, do if you just put #flower in the comment, there's this like program that grabs your #flower and enters you in, and then I'm going to flip my screen so that you can see the name generator take a hold and make some fun stuff there. I'm going to grab my 22 gauge. I'm going to make a link with this to kind of show what I'm going to do here. So with these little millefleur ones, I'm going to take 22 gauge vintage bronze because it matches really nicely. And I'm going to make some wrap loops. I'm going to do a little wrap. Hey, we got Thomas in the house helping today, Zach. Kristen's taking a break because she's going to be on the watch party tonight. And then all weekend, there is all the TGBE fun. You'll be able to catch her there. Let's add a seed bead and a millefleur and a seed bead. I'm going to make little links like this. And in a couple minutes, we are going to do our drawing. I see a whole bunch of people added on there. Let's see how many do we have in our giveaway. We have 33 people. And there's more on there. So get that #flower in there to enter. Get my little link. I know we got a great party in the comments. All the wonderful people ready to get our #flower. Oh, I love that, Dana. So perfect. Ooh, I got it. Yeah, there you go. More people. Thank you. All right, so I got those links. So I'm going to be making these links and these links. I'm going to hook them together. Probably as I make this, I'll be attaching them, but I wanted to do my faux flower here because it's not a full flower. Like I said, I kind of left them from where I was staying at, and we're going to have to put these on later. So I did up a quick flower that is not a full flower from my project, and I'm going to make a link with this. And to do that, I'm going to take either, you could do this with wire or soft flex, whichever's you're more comfortable with. I'm going to make, because this is going to be the one that goes onto the butterfly, I am going to go up through the top hole and add a crimp. Boom, 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 boom. Now I'm going to add some not flowers. What am I saying? I am going to add some seed beads. I'm going to add 5 of these delicas. I'm going to use the green. And then I'm going to add another crimp. So you could do this as a wire link too, if you wanted to. I'm doing it as a soft flex link with crimps. And this is how I'm going to link my flowers. So I'm going to do it to my butterfly because I'm having one at the top of my butterfly, but I'm also going to do it with the flowers that I put into my necklace. I'm running a teeny bit long today, but I really wanted to get this part in, and we got distracted by the other fun parts, right? Of adding more seed beads on. Again, I'm using my toothpick to make sure that my loop is about the same size. I'm not going to try for perfection, but I just want it close. Without that, I can make it too small or too big, really too easy. So by putting that on there, makes it better. Now I got this. Now this is going to work with the delicas here very well with this wire because I used 28 gauge wire. If you make your flowers with 26, it may or may not work. And if you made it with 24, it probably won't work. You probably have to put something else here, a different type of bead. I'm using the C beads. You could probably use the rolla beads. You can use you can even use one of the millefleur beads probably. And what I'm going to do is going to take the wires, and either both of them or one of them, I am going to go up, depending on what these will allow. I'm going to go up these delicas, and you could go through just the center one, or you could go from the end. I've done it both ways in the past when I've made little connecting links like this with thin wire. But you definitely need it to come out of the other side. And of course, it's not wanting to do it because I'm on camera and we need to do our giveaway. Get that. Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I see the end wanting to come poke out. You could do it. Talk to your beads and wire. They sometimes listen. Hi, Anne. Yes, we worked on the flowers last week. So there is a video you can watch in the replay. on either. Well, we're going to not go through all of them apparently because that's not going through that one. So we're going to just go up through 4 out of the 5 because that works. And so I have one wire going through. Oh, I'm totally to the side. I'm so sorry. My camera got moved and I didn't realize it. And then I'm going to bring this other one up here. So that's if this one was totally finished. Remember, I had to quickly make a new one to try to have something here, and I didn't finish this one. So once it's all wrapped and it's twisted together, then what I'm going to do is take this wire and I'm going to wrap it around the base and bring it up. It's kind of going in between the beads a little bit until I get up to the other one. And then I'm going to wrap these two together at the top here a couple times right underneath that crimp. And again, you could do this with a hard wire too, the link with the hard wire, but you can do it with soft flex. Cut that off and then foof up the flower so that the flower is covering. Move your little flower leaves. There's only 3 petals here, so I don't have enough to really make it a flower, but you get that idea there. And then it's a matter of hooking these together as I bead them or making some jump rings or however you want to hook them. I'm going to be linking them directly. So that is where that is going. And we are super fun with this, right? Yeah, it's not funny when it doesn't go through. All right, let's go and do our giveaway. We have 37. Oh, wait, I need to share my screen. Let's share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. Woohoo. Share. There we go. Let's do this. We're going to hit the draw. Woohoo. Look at all those wonderful people. Oh, look at all my friends, my beady friends. I love seeing all these beautiful names. Roberta Lee, congratulations. You are, if you're from Facebook, if you see this, if you are here, you have won a strand of millefleur beads. Are you here? Let us know in the comments if you are here, Roberta. You are here. Wonderful. Congratulations. You get one of these beautiful strands of millefleur beads to play with to make your own fun beaded project. Woohoo. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. Let's go back. Hello. Welcome back. So great. So wonderful. I had a great Friday. I hope you did too. Stay tuned. Later this afternoon. When is the today's TBGE? Yes, don't forget our lifestyle. There is some beautiful stuff, wonderful beads that would work really amazing. In fact, there's these 3mm mook kites that I think would be fun to wire onto a blank like this. There is tiny little the lapis barrels. I mean, there's so many fun things in there. So go catch that live sale. That's available. Will be up to shop all weekend long until Sunday evening. Stay tuned for all of the wonderful TGBE stuff today. This evening at 5 p.m. starts TGBE by the preview. Get to see a little bit of everybody's like teasers of what they're going to be working on, which is so fun. And then this full weekend of amazing projects and presenters. Here is that full. I mean, we got Kendi Cooper, Kate Richburg, Jill McKay, Sarah and Kristen, of course, for Softlex, Neelay, and then the Trend Report. Oh, and Katie Hacker of from Beads of Courage is going to be on tomorrow. That's Saturday. And then on Sunday, we got Abby, and we got Heather Powers and Cynthia Thornton and Kay Goss and special Lisa Nevin Kelly from Bead Education. That is so amazing with her wire and metal stamping. So you gotta, like, especially if you like what I did with this hammer, with this butterfly, she's gonna give you some amazing stuff, I'm sure. And then Christy Friesen. That's a fabulous Sunday. So I hope to see you in the comments when I'm going to be watching in and out. Some of it I will catch live, and some of it I'm going to have to catch on the replay just like you, because it is a busy weekend. But until then, until next Friday, keep beading. Love you all. Bye.